Hello everyone, and welcome to the Australian Grand Prix by F1 International Esport League, where today we have 15 drivers competing for that, and we have 15 drivers competing in our league for our win here at Australian Grand Prix. And of course today we have a lot of contenders as always. In Q1, most important is not to crash. We have 15 people racing today. Let's hope it will be a clean and very good race. Let's see how we will do. We have, of course, title battle going on, and there's a lot of contenders. And the championship leader is, of course, the championship leader is Turbo Jeans with 108 points, and Arocco is right behind him on P2 with 99 points, and Faraday's at P3 with 98 points, then 2 racing points with both 67 points, and then big gap to Adam XMX who has 45 points, Alex Inahas who has 40 points, Borjanko who has 32 points, Brad who has 30, FHD who has 25 points, Ray who has 22 points, Bokinha who has 18 but is no longer racing, Sebo 55 with 17 points. As we can already hear the engines firing up for today's Grand Prix. Sorry. And let's see who will be the first one to go to track. And I can already hear the engines firing up. And here is Ray, Alfa Romeo driver. I'm just gonna make the game a little bit small. Okay, thank you. Here is the Alfa Romeo driver Ray, who moved up from tier 2 and has been doing pretty well so far. We of course have newcomers like Ainz. And as we can see, he's the first one to use the clean area and go to the track. Let's see if he can get good spot in qualifying today. This is his out lap, of course, not fast lap. He's weaving around to get temperature in the tires. That's causing yellow flag in the game because he was way too slow while waving up and doing the tires. Some drivers are now going out on track. That might cause Trey a little bit, as he may meet some traffic. As he now activates DRS, approaches the main straight. This is where the lap starts right now. And then you will approach very fast turn 1. And right after that there's a DRS detection. Ray went a little bit on grass here. You take curb here. Then you use DRS. You can already see sketching up traffic ahead. I believe it's Ainz on his out lap. And this can be very tricky corner, but if you can get it right, you can get a lot of time. Ray nearly lost it here, but held it. And now there's Ainz ahead. He will have to let Ray by, not to ruin him on his out lap, as he does exactly the perfect job. Ray takes the curb here on his fast lap. This is very fast section of the track, approaching very fast chicane, where you can also lose it. And he took it. Whoa! And Ray has spun. That's end to his fast lap. There is another guy on a fast lap, and it's Honnold in a racing point. Let's see how he will do. He's currently in sector 2. Seems like a pretty solid lap for now. In racing point with number 69. He took a little bit of grass there. Might cost him a little bit of time. And here he goes. But he's slowing down. So he's letting it go. Now another of very strong drivers. Here is FHD bot. and he's very strong Williams driver and he's helping the team. He DNF'd in Monza after a safety car restart incident. He takes the curb, he held it. Now Ray of course set time, but Honnold beats it by quite a lot. Honnold set something of time which we could see here. As FHD approaches now. Borjanko retires from the session. There must have been a crash. As I can see it on the minimap, there's yellow flag. FHD sets 120.7. That's extremely good lap time. Here is Sebo, the season 1 champion who has been very unlucky this season. Barely made it to the point sometimes, but he's gonna finish the lap now, and it's not very good lap at all. It's 132. I think he must have made a mistake somewhere. And he's also getting Eins behind, so Eins goes up to P2, but it's still 3 seconds of FHD's time. FHD might be one of the biggest contenders to Paul. Let's see if Sebo is going for another lap. It seems so. Oh, nearly lost it there, but he's still on it. This section Sebo takes very... I mean, this section Sebo told was giving him a lot of problems. He didn't took it exactly perfectly, but it was not that bad. Let's see how he can do now. He takes this turn. He didn't carry as much speed as he could, but it was not that bad. And this might be pretty good lap time. Let's see. He's already at this section 1 second slower than FHD, which wouldn't be that bad at the moment. As he activates the DRS, he was very lucky. He was very unlucky in some races, but he beats Eins. He's still far behind his teammate, but he beats Eins. He's not slowest at the moment. Here is Zura, and I'm not sure if he's on fast lap or doesn't seem it's fast lap. Here's Araujo in Williams. Araujo, the runner-up current in the championship, goes to the line and outmatch qualifies his teammate. Sorry, Honnold is at P1. Amazing lap time from Honnold. What about Turbo Jeans here? Or is also not on fast lap? Hello, Williams, Forza, and I can see Williams fans in the chat, which is of course extremely great to see. Williams currently second and third. This is looking very good for them. Here is Adam XMX finishing his lap. Now it puts him up to P5. And Forza Araujo. And now of course here is Pardos on fast lap. Let's go on board with the McLaren. Mate can restart. Why and Borjako, if you want to restart, you need to tell the tier 1 and at least half of the grid, so 7 or 8 people need to agree on it. I'm not sure if you have done it already, but you need to tell the guys and they need to all agree on it. We made a rule like that. I'm sorry for that, but I'm not sure what happened. I just saw the DNF and But here comes Farados to the line. 121.5. He goes to B9. Here is 1 on Outlaw in Alpha Tauri. He will start a fast lap now. Now 1 approaches another part of Sector 1 and will be soon at Sector 2. Now he approaches this tricky turn. Cameras can show you how much speed is he carrying through there. The Alpha Tower downshifting. Oh no! And that's 1 qualifying definitely over. And I was not expecting this. That's big crash for 1 in Alpha Tower. He lost it. Here is Maverick in Ferrari on a fast lap. But 1 had not perfect start to the race at all. He can still recover in the race if he will have good race pace. But this was not very good Tier 1 debut you would want to have. Here is Maverick, still at fast lap. He's the only one who doesn't set a time in a right at the session. He's at Ferrari. Activates DRS in the third DRS zone. Now he approaches start finish line and goes to P13. Sorry, P10. My bad. Now I don't think he's on outlap. Farados is on fast lap though. In a McLaren, he's improving his time, but not anymore. Turbo GT is on outlap, and Ray will approach Sector 3, end of Sector 3 now, as he goes to the last turns. Gets pretty good exit, but he goes into the pit lane. Farados most probably having his second outlap. Let's see if he will go to the pit lane. And no, he won't, so he goes for a fast lap now, I believe, to improve his time. Downshifting through the gears, he took a lot of grass there with him as well. Activates DRS. Let's see if he can improve his Sector 1 time. And no! Farados has lost it and spun out. What about Turbo Jeans? Now Turbo Jeans approaches out of sector 2. Sorry for not speaking too active, I was checking the Discord. And now Turbo Jeans will approach the fast chicane where it's very important not to lose the car. And he's done it perfectly. The current championship leader for McLaren. Going for it, he wants the pole, but he's not seeming very strong at this race so far. He will approach the start-finish straight now, activates the RS, as he goes to the line and goes to P1! 1 up from Turbo Jeans. That was great from him. He's up to P1, the only car on track, but he's done an amazing lap. As he retires, now Q1 will go. Q1 will end. We have got 2 crashes. Heinz and Borjankel, who are both then out. Sebo and Maverick have both vice position grid penalty, so they will most probably start from last places. Turbo Jeans stops the qualifying with great time. It seems very strong, but for constructors it seems better to Williams, at least for now. Of course, Q2 will be also strategic battle. And session ends in 5 seconds. Now Q2 goes to a start, ladies and gentlemen. We will also see strategic battle and tire pick, which can be very crucial here, of course. We have got 11 cars remaining. Let's see who will go to track first. This can be very interesting between the drivers. I already hear engines firing up, and there is a racing point of Danny Boy and Turbo and Ray is once again the first guy to go on track in his Alfa Romeo. He goes out now as he activates the RS. But it's not really about anything, as they are both on outlap. There's a Williams behind him, and I believe it's FHD bot. Now FHD bot was looking really good in the time trial, and of course he's one of the contenders for pole position and a beautiful Williams car. He has only 25 points to his count so far, but he's a great qualifier, and he was always involved in incidents, which weren't much times his fault. He's pushing it on the outlap really hardly, and all guys are on soft, so no one is picking mediums. Now he will approach the start finish line. He'll be the first to start a lap. He took turn 1 very nicely, activates the RS again. There's a yellow flag, and I believe it's just slowing down. Restart Broodman. And now he set fastest sector 1, which is of course making a lot of sense. as he is the first on track, but his pace is looking very good so far. There's a yellow flag in sector 3 again, it's just somebody slowing down. Here we are on board with FHD. He nearly lost it there, but he held it together. And this lap is looking very promising so far. Activates the RS to the line. Which time it will be? 1:20.1, so it matches the best time of Q1. Now, of course, the Alfa Romeo was both nearly 1 second of pace. Both Sebo. Now here is Danny Boy. In Racing Point. His teammate currently 1:21.6. There's a Williams, I believe of FHG bot then, was in trouble, or not really, it was Aroko. But I see him in the pit lane when I click on him, but it says he's on outlap. So there was a trouble for him. Danny Boy got 1:21.004, which is pretty solid lap time. Now Arako, finally we can see him on the outlap. He doesn't seem to have any damage, so it will be very good for him. He's warming up the tires on his outlap. There are a lot of cars sector 2, like the Racing Point of Honnold. If you look here, who is leading this pack, and there's a lot of cars behind him, and the McLaren cut it, the chicane, to overtake him on the track at the moment. But now let's focus on this man, who is currently second in the championship and needs to be very solid here to take the lead from Turbo Jeans. As he starts his fast lap now, he got turn 1 very nicely, same as his teammate. His teammate is currently leading, but just by little. The top 3 are very close to each other. There was Mercedes, Red Bull, my bad, Red Bull. Good time FHG. Exactly, FHD has golden time at the moment, and his teammate is looking to be on the same level as him. Williams could be extremely strong here. Both drivers seem comfortable with their setups and everything. This might be the Grand Prix where Williams finally get back on the top step of the podium. And Arako maybe takes the lead of the Drivers' World Championship as well. But now let's see how his time will be like as he approaches the last turns right now. He takes it very good. Now it's all about the exit, where he can gain a lot of time as well. He's done it perfectly, I believe. It seems very good so far, and it's 1:20.3. Very good lap time, but it's not good enough as his teammate or Turbo Jeans, his main rival at the moment. But still, he's done perfect job and perfect lap. Here is Honnold, starting his fast lap now. Ronald approaches the sector 2 and this very tricky curve, and he's let the lap go. Here is the Alfa Romeo driver Ray on his out lap, looking to improve his time. Let's see how he will do. Yellow flag in sector 3, most probably somebody run out of fuel. Several retires, and he's at very solid P5, and he has time most probably safe enough to make it safely to Q2. Ray took a lot of grass there, so he's really pushing it on the outlap as well, but he's not using ERS, which is smart. Ray cuts the chicane here on his outlap, which is most probably fine at the moment, at least. Ray currently warming up the tires as well. Let's now go on board with him on his outlap. As he approaches the turn 1, and he gets good exit from the chicane after turn 1 and breaks nicely through here, but he ran a little bit wider. That might cost him a lot of time. Ray, I'm not sure if he can improve at the moment. We will see when he ends sector 2. He isn't improving, it goes in a lot of time. Maverick is not on fast, yeah, he is on fast lap, but he's not improving, at least not at the moment. He can still get the time though. Braking heavily here. Not bad exit at all. Carried a lot of grip. But he's not improving, he's losing even more time. And he nearly lost it here, so he won't improve his time at all. Adam makes a mix on outlap. In Mercedes, the only driver who hasn't set a time so far. So he's waited. Now there's a yellow flag in sector 3. I'm not sure why, must be someone retiring from the pit lane. As you can see here, the DRS system. As the rear wing opens and closes, reducing drag. And that of course helps the car. Adam XMX on his way to fast lap now. Let's see if he can beat Sebo 55 to this time and get him out of Q2. He starts now. Approaches turn 1. Not bad at all. The black Mercedes, and now he had fastest sector 1, I believe. I'm not sure, but the map showed purple sector, so let's see. Now he approaches this turn, which the driver said is tricky for them. Now he will approach the chicane where he needs to carry a lot of speed. I see Chet cheering up the Williams team. Let's see how Williams will do in Q3. Mix breaks pretty nicely here. This might be very solid lap time from him. Now, as you can see, activated the DRS system, but let's see what his time at the line will be like. And he goes to P9, so he's currently knocking out Sebo 55. And I'm not sure if Sebo has time to do another outlap. Danny Boy retired, and Sebo is going for an outlap. But he will need to improve a lot of time, I believe. Wait, no, Danny Boy has not been getting knocked out or retiring. He retired because he crashed. I'm sorry for that, so he's out of this qualifying as well. So now Sebon outlap needs, and I think he will make it to the flag. But if he won't, then I think he's qualifying for over for Sebo as well. Sebo really needs to speed up here. He will make it, but he needs to improve some time. As he approaches now. Activates DRS. And it's sector 1 now. And Sebo lost it, and that's over for Sebo. There is no way he can improve this time at the moment. He lost it in turn 1, and that's just not what you need to do. Now he had oversteer here, and you can see it's already over for him. Sebo 55, another frustration going on. Now, then Danny Boy and Sebo are out, and we'll only have 9 cars competing at Q3, but it's looking very good for Williams and Turbo G's. All these 3 guys, especially FHD and Turbo G, seems very close to each other, and this will be about who gets the perfect top. Let's see how it will go. So then we start qualifying 3, ladies and gentlemen, here at Australia, Circuit of Melbourne, and this is Q3, and this is the fight for pole position. It's about who gets the perfect lap, and it's about who can keep it together, of course, as well. Let's see who will be the first driver who goes out on track, and it's Ray once again. Alfa Romeo driver. He is the only Alfa Romeo remaining in qualifying now. Let's see his outlap. And he already ran pretty widely here, damaging his tires. The Alfa Romeo team is not doing pretty well this season so far. We also have Turbo Jeans, one of the pole position contenders, on his outlap now. This is very beautiful camera angle from here. Very good and detailed F1 2020 game. Turbo Jeans on his outlap will be second driver to start a timed lap now, and he's one of the biggest contenders. He is the championship leader with Araco right behind him, as I already said before. Here, this chicane can be very tricky. We already see few drivers lose it here, and he nearly lost it as well. But luckily for him, it was outlaw and he wasn't pushing that hard. But he touched the grass a little bit, and that could have been very costly indeed for the championship leader. He warms up the tires. He's approaching the fast lap. And he goes for the fast lap now, activates the RS system, starts the fast lap now. He goes into the second DRS zone, with DRS again. It was very close there. McLaren versus Williams rivalry continues on the league, and it's currently McLaren who has the bigger edge. This was very good from Turbo Jeans approaching this chicane. As Danny Boy rejoins the session, and the race says 124.9. There must have been a mistake on that lap. As Turbo Jeans activates his DRS now, goes to the line, 120.086. That's monster time by Turbo Jeans. Now what about FHD bot? Now he goes through here. This is the very tricky chicane. He nearly cut it there and he nearly lost it. Oh my world. Now I'm not sure if he gained or lost time there, but it was both very close. He's approaching some traffic right out of him that could cost him. They need to get out of the way. But Devil was probably way too far ahead. Now FHD goes to the line, activates the RS system, but I don't think he can get me. Oh! And now he's third, and Honnold set best lap time of them all. I'm not sure how he's done that. We haven't looked on Honnold as a contender for pole position at all here, but now he's much quicker than the rest of the guys. He's a monster lap so far. Now I'm not sure if anybody can top it because all guys seems to be doing 120. Now here is Arocco starting his fast lap now, becoming the second driver in the championship. Now he approaches the tricky turn, as many drivers call it. Mostly Sebo 55 said he had problems in this turn. Now he will go to the fast chicane as well. We can go on board with him. This is very fast part of the track. His teammate nearly lost it here. And he nearly did as well, but both of us keep it together. This can be very solid lap time as well, but I don't think it can top Honnold. Honnold has a monster lap time. Honnold was most probably sandbagging or I don't know, but he just went straight for it. Now Arako activates the RS and he is fourth with that time. Behind his teammate, second row for Williams once again. Then championship leader Turbo is then Honnold. I'm not sure if he's on. Now FHD bot is on outlap, so he's going for it. He went wider here to the grass. Let me just take a drink, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for it. As Aroko retires, I'm not sure if he retired on track or he crashed. But it could have been very costly for Aroko, as he won't be able to set another time. Now, let's go on board with Adam XMA, who might get close to the crash. And yes, Aroko has crashed out. That could be very costly for him. Now let's watch FHD, who will start another fast lap and hopefully improve to beat the Turbo Jeans lap time. And maybe even Hono's one if he gets that super lap as well. Now he starts the DRS. Approaches turn 1. This has been done very nicely. Another DRS. You can see the brakes very hot. Of course, on a Formula 1 car. Now he goes for it and he improves by a lot, but it still won't be enough for Hono, so he needs to pick up even more time. Oh, you can see the rear end of the car. This lap is doing very good so far. If he can keep this together, he might be able to go for that pole. Turbo Jeans is then on outlap as well. We will get to his fast lap very shortly. But now let's watch if FHD can improve here. Now he goes to the line and he does improve, but he's not enough to take Honnold. Here is Turbo Jeans, the championship leader for McLaren. He will start fast lap now. Activates DRS. Approaches the start finish line, and now there's car coming up ahead. Now of course this could cost every driver. The Red Bull needs to get out of the way, and it didn't really get out of the way. Let's see if that cost Turbo Jeans any time. He needs to improve at least 1/10 to get FHD bot away from that second place. And he didn't improve, but it's very close. Braking here. And he improved in sector 2, but I'm not sure if it won't be enough still. He needs to pick up a lot of time here at sector 3. Now approaches the start finish line. This could be another monster lap as well. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get right back to you, and it's monster lap from Turbo GZ. Really picked up a lot of time there in sector 3. And oh my world, that's monstrous lap. Here is Honnold on outlap, will start his fast lap now. Let's see if he can improve and beat Turbo Jeans back again. Now this fight for pole position here is really game on. Of course, you can start fast lap now. So Maverick is done with his qualifying. Now, and Honnold does improve in Sector 1. Let's see how he will do in Sector 2. He approaches this fast part of the track. Here we are on board with the racing point. Activates DRS. This could have been very good exit as well. He's pretty much matching times with Turbo Jeans if I remember his times at this point. Let's see who will get it better, who will get better exit. FHD finished. Now Honnold approaches, and I don't think this will be the lap we're looking for, but it is! Oh my world, Honnold is in pole position! I wasn't expecting that, but the start finish line was just a little bit closer than I expected it to be, and he's done a monstrous lap, and he's on pole for the Australian Grand Prix. That's very good from Honnold. And he's first! He's got his pole position. Honnold is on pole position from Turbo Jeans, the championship leader, and then Q Williams is second row for them again. Then we have Ure on P5, Ray on P6, NMX and Mercedes on P7, Farados on P8, but he said he has different setup to benefit him in the race, so let's see if Farados can pull off some incredible drive here. Maverick, then of course P9, then we have Danny Boy, then Sebo, then Borjanko. Session and in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we are of course loading to the race. We'll have formation up and then lights out. Oh my world, it's raining! Now I understand what Spardo's meant with the setup, because it's raining. So he has set up for rain. That's why he wasn't that good in qualifying. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this will be very interesting race indeed. Now, maybe the top qualifiers don't have set up for that, and the guys who do have will have benefit in the race. Anyway, session ends in 3, 2, 1. Sorry, starts. My bad, once again. Now it's time for the formation lap. A lot of drivers will already disqualify from the formation lap. That happens sometimes. But Honnold is safely away warming up his tires to this wet start. The racing point on pole. Here is FHD. And he ran really widely there. Now these conditions in rain will be very difficult for drivers to manage. Now you can see predict pit stop strategy, most probably one stop strategy from the predicted pit stop. Wet to wet tires. So it most likely will be raining full, or maybe drying out the second part, but it won't dry out fully. Now Honnold approaches the grid. And it will be for who will win. the Australian Grand Prix. Honnold on pole with number 69. There's a lot of water on the grid. The grid is forming up, ladies and gentlemen. It's that Australian Grand Prix. This will be very interesting indeed. The rest of the grid is still forming up. There is Borjanko as he approaches the grid now. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lights out, and away we go once again. It's kind of laggy at the start. We can see, and now the cars are moving. Honnold gets away pretty well. What about Turbo-Gs? They are racing down towards turn 1. There hasn't been any incident so far, but now we approach turn 1. There has been debris out on the track. Some drivers are off. Adam XMX has spun out. But all drivers are still in the race. Honnold Reeds from FHD boat was overtaken. Now here is the race. Turbo Jeans versus Ura. There's a lot going on at the field. Ura kinda got it all wrong there. But Honnold leads safely away from FHD boat. That is most important for him at the moment. I believe Ainz is losing places, so there must have been some kind of incident. He has front wing damage, Ainz has front wing damage, the Alpha Tauri driver. So does Adam XMX. Maverick right behind Borjanko. Danny Boy and Ray racing each other. But now out fight for the lead. I don't know who to watch first. FHG is following Honnold with Ura behind them. FHG right behind Honnold. Let's see how he will do. He seems pretty comfortable with setup right now. Maverick overtakes Borjanko. But now FHG has got pretty close to Honnold. Let's see if he can get good exit enough to try and have a run on Honnold. I believe FHG got better exit. He's gaining time, but it won't be close enough. Sorry for the switching, ladies and gentlemen. But now, right here, Sebo is right behind Farados. So I might try down the inside. No, he doesn't. He stays behind him and he runs a little bit wide in turn 1. So Adam XMX pits. Borjanko is then last from people who haven't pitted. Here we can see how will the work look like on Alpha Tauri car. But now right back to Turbo Jeans as he's on tail of the Red Bull. Honnold is getting away from a few. Oh, Turbo Jeans locked up his tires. But now he got a really good run and nearly lost it. Oh no. Ray retired. There must have been an accident with Farados or Sebo. Oh, there is a safety car. And now safety car is out. And I need to slow down, and Turbo Jeans nearly crashed into you, right? We have safety car out. Honnold is the first. So Ray is out then of the race. The Alfa Romeo once again has DNF. If he does a 5-second time penalty. and Araujo as well. So both Williams have a 5-second time penalty, which is terrible news for them at the moment. Now let's see. How long will the safety car last, of course? This is helping Adam Mix and Ives, who have pitted because of front wing damage. Arnold is still leading. Jura has pitted under the safety car with front wing damage, a lot of front wing damage. Under the safety car, the field is getting bunched up, and we still have a lot of laps to go in this very bad Australian Grand Prix. Safety car is in this lap, so we will see a restart right at the front with Honnold at P1. And Honnold pays from the lead, so he will go to very last place. Turbo Jeans and FHD at P1 and 2. And oh, that was Araujo, I believe, who has made contact with somebody and definitely has damage from that. Sebo made up a lot of places. He's up to P5, but now he's kind of forced out wide or has to return the positions. And this is Jure, who is most probably having terrible race at the moment, as you can see. Araujo as well. Here is Honnold who has pitted. So FHGN leads, of course, with 5-second time penalty. And there's another safety car. Oh no, what happened? I don't know what happened. Oh, I can see the chat board, Uncle, don't worry. I just can't restart at the moment. I can't. No. I don't know what happened, but he has second safety car on the race. Arago in the pit lane. He is away now. Of course, big gap to the safety car. He will need to catch them up. Arago catching up the safety car in red, but of course he still has a lot of way to do. FHD still P1. Turbojin second, Danny Boy third. The restart will be very important as well. And drivers have keep it clean so far, but there has been two safety cars at the moment because of debris on the track. FHD behind the safety car warming up the tires as well. Not much happening at the moment. But we have Williams, McLaren, Racing Point McLaren. Faraday is having good race so far. Arago has catched up the grid and safety car is in this lap. So there will be a restart. Danny Boy and Turbo Jeans both have 5-second time penalties for collision under the safety car. Oh no. So all top 3 drivers at the moment have 5-second time penalty. And now we go to the restart. So then FHD gets his foot down. We cross the finish line now and it's green flag. Overtaking is allowed now. FHD makes the corner safe, Turbo Jeans as well. Danny Boy as well, there hasn't been any contact. But Danny Boy and Turbo Jeans wheel to wheel, and they are side by side. We can see it from Faraday's point of view. And Turbo Jeans still makes it ahead of Danny Boy. There has been some banging, but Faraday is technically the leader at the moment because he don't have a penalty. Now Faraday was trying to catch Danny Boy. FHD leading by quite a lot. Then there we have here Turbo Jeans and Danny Boy right behind him. And of course Faraday's behind them as well. If Faraday's won't get a penalty, he has big chance to win this race. Like after all, if he gets good strategy and everything, good pace, doesn't make any mistakes, he will have big chance to win this race. There's a yellow flag in sector 3, there's a Red Bull. And Jure doesn't have any damage, but it seems he tangled with the AlphaTauri of Sainz. And here, Turbo Jeans on the FHD, he didn't manage to overtake him, but he was very close to it. He locked up his tires hard now. He's right behind FHD, and now Danny Boy came in, picking up these scraps. What about his teammate Faraday's at the moment? FHD leads from Danny Boy, who picked up these scraps while Turbo Jeans and FHD would have been fighting. And now Turbo Jeans needs to get that place back. Doesn't seem so, and his teammate Faraday is right behind him. It seems Faraday has very good pace at the moment. He's getting very good and has a lot of grip. So it seems Faraday has one of the best paces so far, but look at Danny Boy, he's right behind FHD. Now FHD needs to keep it together, but Danny Boy also seems to have incredible pace. Now Turbo Jeans has run on Danny Boy, or at least had, but then something happened. But he's looking down the inside. He showed Danny Boy that he is there. Danny Boy cut it turn 1 pretty badly. There's a lot of stuff going on. Sorry for the accident switch. Sebo is at P5 but is missing a lot of pace to the top 4 guys. And whoa, Faraday goes down the inside, bangs his teammate off. And Turbo Jeans is at P4. And we can see now the top 2 are very close together. Then we have Faraday's and Turbo Jeans also very close together. FH's incredible pace. Both top 4 are having an incredible fight. Now, but Danny Boy, is he close enough to make the move on FHD? It seems that FHG is covering the inside, Danny Boy goes down the inside, or side by side. FHG is nearly forced off, and in the end he forces off Danny Boy. Now Farideus, can he pick up the pieces? Yes, he does. Farideus moves up to second. Danny Boy fell out to P3, but he goes down the inside on Farideus again, but he's got way too deep. Danny Boy, what has happened here? He's kept it on track. One of the McLarens going in the pit lane is Turbo Jeans. He pits, and FHD does as well. There's a lot of stuff going on the track. We can also see Honold behind Sebo 55. Sebo currently at P3, but he hasn't pitted, of course. Same with Farideus and Danny Boy. There was incredible battle between the top 4. But now Honold, it seems to having run on Sebo. He goes down the inside. What can Sebo do? Nothing. Sebo is letting him basically through. Sebo didn't have the pace. He didn't break late enough to keep Honold behind him. This was incredible. FHD is still ahead of Turbo Jeans. And he has actually made up some time as well. To him. Adam XMX is behind them. Of course, they haven't pitted yet. I believe the Farideus and Danny Boy will go to the pit lane in this lap because FHG and Turbo Jeans are trying an undercut on them. With the inter tires, I haven't even noticed that. So, I'm not sure how the pace on the inters will be like. But if it works, yeah, he set it. Very good sector too. Of course, he didn't improve because he was in the pit lane, so like, was not. Oh my God, Turbo Jeans right now at the moment. He is having to go down, look down the inside on the FHD, but he isn't just close enough to that move. It always seems very close. Now, Danny Boy and Farideus are both in the pit lane. We need to watch FHD at the moment. If he's gonna get ahead of Farideus, because he served his penalty, but it seems Farideus is quite safely ahead. I'm not still sure at the moment. But yes, Farideus is ahead and basically in the lead. But now, has FHD got enough pace to catch Farideus and battle with him? Or is Farideus just going clearly away? He has the intermediate tires on. The track is drying out a little bit. There is no longer a need for full wets. There is still a long way to go, and FHG seems to be catching Farideus. But oh no, FHG nearly lost it. Now Turbo Jeans, can he pick up these scrubs here? It doesn't seem so. At least not at the moment. But now, he's got a big run and he hit it! FHD in his back. Now they are both going through this section. And he's going to have a run down the inside. What is FHD's response to that? They nearly touched, but Turbo Jeans is just ahead, right at the moment. It's technically McLaren 1-2 now. Sebo 55 still stays out. No, he's in the pit lane. Sorry, my bad. He's in the pit lane. So now we will see McLaren 1-2 on track. And FHG at third place. Adam XMX at fourth. But now FHG seems to be losing some time. Has he got damage? He doesn't seem to have the damage. At least not at the moment. However, this battle was amazing, ladies and gentlemen. But Faraday was now in big clear lead. FHD then tries to catch Turbo Jeans. Now, it has kind of stabilized the field, but Turbo Jeans is actually going far away, and Adam XMX is the one who is getting closer to FHD in his Mercedes. Now, Adam XMX is pretty close to FHD, as FHD seems to be losing pace at the moment, but it may not be for long. He can still pick up the pace. And Mix is just not close enough. But now FHD has made a mistake. He gets overtaken by NMX Mix, but he goes down the inside, and he goes way too deep, and this has cost FHD a lot. Now maybe even Danny Boy will get past him. No, but Danny Boy will get a lot of time. And Adam Mix goes up to P3. FHD has made a big mistake there. And Aroko behind Danny Boy as well. Now this has created some kind of group of 3 drivers, let's say, with FHD leading, then Danny Boy. So Danny Boy is basically a Williams sandwich at the moment. Oh, Arco has a bit of oversteer there, but Danny Boy may seem to get the revenge for the fight he was in and lost it. But now FHD had big oversteer, and Danny Boy made the pass. FHD seems to struggle a lot on the intermediate tires. 2 Williams behind each other. Let's see if Aroko can get a run here. And FHD lets him by. FHD lets his teammate by. He lets Aroko by. So now 2 Williams are in a racing point sandwich, and he braked pretty late, Aroko, to get some time. Of course, Williams needs the important point, but at the moment, Turbo Jeans would continue his slight lead and extend it even further. As it's saved McLaren 1-2, then Adam XMX, these top 3 are stabilized. The biggest battle at the moment on track is Aroko trying to catch Danny Boy and Honnold catching up FHD, who seems to struggle a lot, I don't know why. But if we look on Honnold's on board, we can see that he's getting a lot of time on FHD everywhere. Seems like FHD would have, if this wouldn't be a game, I would say FHD has an engine problem, because he let both drivers by, and now he's getting caught up by Honnold as well. Now, of course, we don't have DRS, and now FHD has got away. So is he picking up the pace again here? So you can see Aroko trying to catch Johnny Boy. Now, Aroko is still 7 tenths behind Honnold. Sorry, Danny Boy. Aroko is 7 tenths behind Danny Boy. and it doesn't seem that the gap will have been getting smaller. Now, I don't really know if FHD picked up the pace again, but it seems so. If he needed to save fuel or something. Williams was looking very good for a win here, and then it all kind of went off. Let's see if Oracle can finally get to Ananiboy, but Ananiboy seems to extend that gap. And FAG seems to get away from Honnold. Esport does lead by 4 seconds. There is not much going on the track at the moment. This wet race is pretty stabilized. Fastest sector 2 from Honnold. As he gets a really good run out of his corner, that was perfect exit from him. As he's getting close to FAG, brake very late and made the corner. He gained a really lot of time there. That was very brave. So late on the brakes. He brakes late again. The Williams are both close to each other. Now he gets good run. He's having a really good exits. The pole sitter Honnold. Now Honnold is really trying to pull an overtake here, but it just doesn't seem he would be close enough at any moment. Now Honnold is getting really close. If he'll get another good exit here, he might make the overtake. He touched the grass, so the exit wasn't perfect, but there was definitely a chance that he could do it. Goes very late on brakes again. Closes the gap down to FHD bot. I see fans cheering Williams up in the chat. So Williams definitely has a lot of support. Let's see what will happen. Honnold is trying it. Honnold is trying his best. FHD bot is already away from our code. Honnold is following the Williams of FHD. Maverick here is getting followed by Red Bull of Fura, who had very good qualifying, but his race wasn't that good so far. Honnold is now very close to FHD once again. Let's go on board with the racing point. Let's see if we can get another good exit and a good run here. It seemed he had good exit enough, but it doesn't seem he will be once again close enough to make the overtake in the wet. It's very complicated without DRS. Oh, and Aroko! Oh no! Aroko has made a mistake! On the exit, I'm not sure if there was contact, but Aroko now has his razor and he has front wing damage. That of course gives place up to FHD, who is now being massively slipstreamed by Honnold. But Honnold once again doesn't seem to be close enough just to fully overtake, but this is disaster for Aroko, who lost it. At least it looked like he lost it on the main straight. In the tricky wet conditions, and has front wing damage now. This can be very, very bad for Williams. Aroko has just smashed it into the wall, which is of course very bad for him. Let's see if he doesn't make any mistake here, which could be tricky with front wing damage, but it's good enough. And Adam Mix is extremely close to Turbo Jeans. At least it looked like from the minimum, but now Turbo Jeans is getting away once again. FHD is in the pit lane. Now is he going for softs? Let's see if he is one of the first gamblers on the slick tires. And no, it's just another set of intermediates. I thought that it's just not enough for the slick tires. As FHD goes out, Sebo made it right before Danny Boy. Danny Boy might search for quick way to pass Sebo 55 here. You can see the racing point. He is going for another very good result for his team. Now FHD on fresh legs. This might be very good for him. Aroko is still P8. Now Danny gets very close to Sebo 55. He might get a lunge here. Sebo 55 looks to be letting him by. Sorry, yeah, and he did let him by, at least it looks like. He doesn't seem to have pace to keep Danny Boy behind. Adam Mix is in the pits. Honnold will overtake him because he isn't going to the pit lane, at least not yet. That's a new fresh set of inters. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. There's a Red Bull. What happened here? Doesn't seem to have any front wing damage. Fardeus hasn't pitted, at least not yet, I believe, for the new intermediate tires. Doesn't at least not yet chance for FHD to get ahead of Fardeus. Okay, let's watch how he's doing on the fresh intermediate tires. There is Sebo 55 ahead of him who hasn't fussed up for the second set of intermediate tires. And there's a yellow flag and it's a Red Bull of Fura. That's a lot of front wing damage and he hit the wall again. Back to FHD now, chasing Sebo 55 who still hasn't pitted. The truck is drying out, that is for sure. There are yellow flags for Borjankel ahead. It's not Borjankel anymore, it's his AI, just to make sure. Everyone knows that, and Now FHD is right behind him. Oh no! The back marker AI. That's a disaster for FHD. It's from wing damage, and yeah, the back marker AI was just way too stupid. So Honnold in the pit lane. 755 overtakes him. I think that 755 might be going to the end on his intermediate tires. Of course, I don't know how the wear is like, but it seems so. There's another yellow flag. Is it for you, right? Yes, it's for you, right? Who has spun out again. Here is the race leader for those. The runner-up Turbo Jeans. But the leader of the championship also. And Faridos might actually take the championship lead, I'm not sure. But he's third, and he's not that far off, so it might be possible. Yura retires from the session, so that's DNF for him. Let's see what Adam XMX on board, if it was crashed or just usual retiring. It seems it was just, yeah, it was just most unusually retiring. It was a very weird place, so I'm not sure, of course, but it didn't seem like hard crash or anything. There is not much left to go. And it seems that Faraday and Turbo Jeans have got this secure for McLaren. So FH is in the pit lane. There he goes, changing the front wing. And he goes out in 9th place. He might catch Maverick, that's still possible. Another good qualifying, but not good race for Williams. There's a lot to get for FHG. Like, every point counts, but this was very unlucky indeed. And Super 55 might get his result of the year, but he has Honnold right behind him. Very late on brakes as always. Honnold, and he's getting closer to Super 55, and I think he will be able to pull that overtake. Now, when can Honnold pull this overtake out? Because it seems that Super 55 picked up a lot of pace. And that's pretty wrong. Oh, Honnold run wide here. That's helping Super 55. He might actually get that P5. I believe that's Sebo's main goal. Now, Honnold is once again not close enough to Super 55 to pull an overtake here. Super 55 is having an amazing drive. Adam XMX, I think, might be heading for his first podium. I'm not sure if first, but if I look on his results, just let me check it. So when I go to the standings and results, Adam XMX. Wait. So yeah. All right. Here I have it. Adam XMX has got 4, 9, 6, 10 DNS, 4, 5th DNS, DNS. So it would be Adam XMX first podium. Araco says fastest. Sorry, FHG was his fastest lap of the race. It would be a dream result for Adam XMX to get a podium. It would be his first one. It also would be very good result for Sebo 55. It would be, I believe, his best result of the season so far. But now Honnold seems to pick up the pace and putting Sebo 55 under a lot of pressure, but he ran wide. It helps again, and Fernandez goes in the pit lane. He put his slicks on because it nearly stopped raining and the track is drying out. But Fernandez lost it, oh no! He nearly crashed into... No, Danny Boy! No, my god! Ah, that was so close. That was most probably pretty bad decision for Fernandez to go to these slick tires. Sebo 55 is still P5 then, but Fernandez must already have to pit again. Yeah, Fernandez will have to let them both by. This was unfortunate for Fernandez. Sebo goes into P4. And Honnold didn't get really held up by Fernandez. It was very good letting by people. Big shout out to Fernandez for that. FH is in the pit lane. Is he going to slicks as well? Yes, he is. It's red tires. Now see if he does the same mistake as Fernandez did. I don't think he will. No, he is good. But let's see if he can get it to temperature. Now back to this battle. Honnold versus Sebo 55. Araco has passed Fernandez as well. And he's left the session. His game crashed, most probably, I believe. Now, they both stay out during this fight for P4. They are still on intermediate tires. It's 2 laps to go. If Sebo 55 holds this, he will get nearly the same amount of points as he has collected overall in this season. And he will make a lot of plays in the championship. Honnold was very late on brakes. He nearly collected Sebo 55. Oh my world. Fernandez gets another 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Now Fernandez's race has been extremely screwed up. Basically from lead of the race to nearly to P8. This is not good for Fernandez. Sebo run very deep into the corner. Honnold might have a run here. Let's see. Might be a decent overtake after some time. Honnold goes down the inside. And Sebo 55 clearly falls behind him. It's 3rd and 4th place for Racing Point now. Turbojins is in the pit lane as well. He's serving penalties. Yes, he is. So Adam XMX leads in the last lap. That was a very bad decision, I believe. Even though he will have poor pace on the intermediates, pitting now from the lead, that's not a good decision at all. If, of course, guys don't make a mistake, but you can't get this amount of time. in one lap. And Sebo Pitts as well was the Sebo is maybe safe to Maverick because he has penalty as well. They are yeah, Sebo goes to intermediates. That's also very strange decision. Like he could have at least went these slicks when he needed like to pit. It also seems like that he didn't had enough of grip as I said that he didn't pit it before. But look, the track is basically dry and he went to intermediates. As everyone is going to these slicks. That's interesting decision by Sebo. DRS is now enabled in the last lap, but Adam Mixonix is going for his first podium and his first win as well. I don't think there's much drivers can do at this moment. It's last lap. The man who has never stood on podium before, the man who didn't get a win before in this league, goes to the checkered flag now, as it's P1 for him. He wins. Wait, yeah, he wins the Australian Grand Prix. Picks up a bunch of points. Danny Boy gets a reason, get very good result as well. A reason to celebrate with that P2. Turbo Jeans was leading this race. Now goes to P3. He's also on intermediate tires. Honnold gets P4. Very good result. This man who hasn't been very lucky this season so far. The champion of season 1 who has now barely any points. He has 17 points, I believe. Goes to P5, get brilliant 10 points for him. Sebo 55 gets that P5. He's very happy, you can see it. Smile on his face definitely at the moment. Maverick gets brilliant P6. Araco, it looked like it could have been Dave from Williams, it was not. But he gets that P6 and fastest lap as well. Very solid result. Ainz gets his first points in Tier 1. Parados finishes P9. FHG goes to P10. Driver of the day, Adam MX, very unexpected winner. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for interview. Anyway, it's time for the interview, and let's start with man who was leading the Grand Prix for a while. Hello, FEG. That was looking like your day. It was looking very good. You were leading, and then it just all fell apart. What happened there? Hey, thank you very much. And also, I don't know if you know it, but I think you do. That back marker you made contact with was AI, not real driver. So yeah. Okay. Th Thank you very much. Now let's go to to second Williams driver. Sorry, Araco. Hello. Looked pretty good, but didn't end up that well. You got P6 in the end and fastest lap. What do you think about the race? Okay, you made mistake on the like start finish straight. I don't know which lap you spun out. Was it like your mistake or a contact? Because I was watching FHD at the moment, so I didn't saw it. Oh, okay. Hey, thank you very much. Cheers. Now let's go to another very good result. Danny boy, hello! You got P2 today, very good job. What can you tell us about the race? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Alright, I just see in the chat that you can't hear the voice of the interviewed guys. I don't know where is the problem, but it seems all good, but I also can see that you can't hear them, and I don't know why. Let me try something. I don't know where is like the problem. I don't know why you can't hear them. I don't know where the problem is. But I can clearly see that you can't hear like the voices. So I'm trying to fix it, but I don't see like why is it not doing it. I don't know. I'm gonna move another guy here and let's see. Hello Sebo, I just need to test something because I have issue with the stream. So um, can you like speak for a moment something? Because people can't hear the guys I interviewed because okay I see like they can't hear the they can see like the voices from the thing from the Discord, and I don't know why. Uh, I like don't know because people on stream can hear. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna have to pull off the interview off because I don't know where the problems. I'm gonna have to restart like this OBS, so I can't interview the rest of the guys. So yeah, I'm really sorry for that. Hope you enjoyed the race, guys, and we will see you next time. And bye bye everyone. And I hope you will enjoy it.